This is Newcap News with Nerman Issa.
Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Lloydminster has a new tool in the fight against breast cancer. A state-of-the-art mammography unit now resides in the newly renovated Lloydminster Hospital. While it will be a month before it's open to the public, this new equipment will save patients time and money from having to travel to other cities for testing.
There were definitely smiles all around as politicians and health officials from around the region celebrated the official opening of the renovated emergency and admitting departments at the Lloydminster Hospital. They were also celebrating the opening of the mammography unit, a first for the hospital and the border city.
We anticipate that volume to be quite heavy because we are serving both provinces, and this is the unique challenges we have. But that's good. That's what we're here for.
Currently, women in the border city would have to travel to other nearby cities to get a mammogram. That or wait for a traveling van to come into town to do breast examinations. But with this new department, it will save time and the expense of traveling, and most importantly, give women the results much sooner.
Breast cancer is one of the highest killers for women, and that's why it's very important to have early detection and that they do have it here and they don't have to travel anywhere outside.
Breast cancer in particular is quite a personal problem. Cancer in general is quite a personal problem, and it affects people in a wide variety of ways, not only the person that's going through the breast cancer, but the family as well.
According to Alberta Health Services, 1 out of 9 women will be diagnosed with breast cancer during her lifetime. They say women between the ages of 50 and 69 should be screened. Women 40 to 49 and women 70 years and older should talk to their doctors to see if screening is necessary. The mammography unit will be up and running in November.
I think that if we can keep people with breast cancer in the community, offer imaging services, surgery, and then follow up with chemotherapy and possible radiotherapy thereafter, that would be good for members of the community and families.
Nerman Issa, Newcap News.
It was a special afternoon for 4 local seniors today. They were awarded the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Medal.
We must follow that great example of the people that we're going to celebrate today and tonight.
Mayor Jeff Mulligan was on hand this afternoon at the Pioneer Lodge. Medals were handed out to the 4 for the contributions they made to the community. The medal is special because it's approved by the Queen for her Diamond Jubilee.
I'll give you the certificate here, and it just recognizes your contribution.
I was just overwhelmed. I had no idea. I just cried.
They've been terrific ceremonies and going to very deserving people who've literally spent thousands and thousands of hours volunteering to make their communities better. So really special people.
Also awarded was Lloydminster's top cop, as well as 2 others from the detachment.
It is an honor to be recognized for the work that I've done in the community, and it's very humbling, I guess. And it was just nice to be nominated and then to be given the award.
In total, 140 people from this constituency was nominated, and only 30 were awarded. Another ceremony will take place tonight at the Vic Juba Community Theatre. Art was celebrated in the border city today for the 3rd annual Culture Days as families and artists gather to learn from each other and see what our creative community has to offer. Elise Cox has more.
Lloydminster's art community is blossoming, and Culture Days was the perfect way to show off our talents.
Culture Days is a Canadian-wide volunteer movement to get people really interested in interactive and engaging in community cultural events within their communities.
Some activities included were belly dancing and storytelling workshops.
I think this is a really fun, engaging, interactive experience. It gives people opportunity to create and participate in all of the activities that we have offered today.
And the art that was on display was part of the Artist Reveal for up-and-coming artists in the border city.
I wanted to know, is this really, truly, is there an outlet for people who are new at this, and is there some way that they can actually be embraced by a community and still join in the community of artists that are in town? And it was completely possible. I mean, Culture Days was really, it's not an eye-opening experience so much as an opportunity.
Mariah displayed her contemporary art, but on the other side of the room, Billie Jean Miller focused more on farming photography.
We're surrounded by this unbelievable natural landscape and these unbelievable families and the culture that kind of comes along with it, and I've just been taken aback by it ever since I moved back here.
Culture Days focused on the diversity of the arts in our community and offered something to pique everyone's interest.
Everything has beauty depending on how you look at it.
Elise Cox, Newcap News.
And perhaps give a little extra motivation for the Cats to earn their first W. And while the Bobcats weren't able to get on the win column yesterday, they did earn their first point of the year. Austin McDonald scored with 32 seconds left in the third to send the game to overtime, where Stefan Danielson clinched it for the Oilers with 15 seconds left. And the Bobcats were back in action today against the defending champions, and the only team still undefeated this year, the Brooks Bandits. And the Bobcats were way overmatched in this game. They trailed 4-1 after one period. That lead was doubled after two when it was 8-2. After all was said and done, it was a humiliating 10-2 loss, sending the Cats to their 9th straight loss. And the Bonnyville Pontiacs continued to do nearly the opposite of the Bobcats. They won their first match of the showcase Friday, a very close 2-1 game over the Canucks. Tommy Barch scored the only goal of the third period to win it for the Pontiacs. And they made it an undefeated weekend, scoring 2 goals in both the first and second period to double up the Canmore Eagles 4-2 today. The Pontiacs stay in first in the North Division with 16 points in 10 games. The Junior B season got underway last night. 6 teams were in action, including the Lloydminster Bandits and St. Paul Canadians. The Bandits were playing with only 3 D-men thanks to a slew of injuries. But that didn't matter as they blew the Canadians out of the water 9-0. St. Paul won just 3 games all of last year. And the hockey updates just keep coming. The Baker Hughes Bobcats midget AAA team is in Grand Prairie today, taking on the Storm in their season opener. The Bobcats have lost a couple of their top scorers from last year, but have Edmonton Oil Kings prospect Andrew Kep in the lineup this weekend. And in just a few minutes' time, some of the world's top cowboys will be showing off at the Lloyd X Grounds. The SIGA 3D Bull Riding Tour finale gets underway at 6:30 tonight. 27 of the tour's top riders will compete for the series championship. $10,000 is on the line tonight, as some of the sport's top bulls will be in competition. Aaron Roy currently leads the season standings over his next closest competitor, Zane Lambert. The Lloyd Comp Barons have been playing solid football as of late and had a chance to run their winning streak to 4 games against the Wainwright Commandos. First quarter, Kelton Bossert takes the ball on the end around and scores. Barons up 7-0. Commandos get it back on the air attack. Chris Sharp, using his height advantage, comes up with the grab. Game tied at 7s. Second quarter, Braden Tangent on the keeper punches it in from a yard out. Barons retake the lead 14-7. Later, it's Tangent again, breaking to the outside and getting a second touchdown of the game, 21-7 Lloyd. Defense getting involved as Chase Guest will pick off the pass and go all the way for the pick 6. Barons up 28-7 at the half. In the third, Jordan McCormick makes the D look silly, running it in. 37-7 was the score at that point. The Barons win it.
Get our guys more confident in that pass game and feel just confident in their abilities to throw the ball and to move it that way. So we were happy with that opportunity that came to us today, and the guys responded well.
It feels real good. I know we've had some upsets here and some shocks on the team. We've been missing a lot of players, but still good to get that win. I mean, I'm doing what I need to do and just helping out the team, stepping up when you need to.
Then the Holy Rosary Raiders were on the road again yesterday against Cold Lake. Shockingly, the Raiders slipped to 3-2 on the season as they fell to the Royals 37-26. The Raiders had not given up 30 or more points in 3 years coming into the season, but have. The Lakeland Rustlers soccer teams began the second half of the season today in Red Deer. The men have been doing well early on, sitting second in the South Division behind the undefeated St. Trojans. Today they were matched up against the Red Deer Kings. The two teams met on opening weekend in Lloydminster when they battled to a 3-3 draw. We'll let you know the score of this one as soon as we know. And meanwhile, the girls took the field before the boys today, hoping to start the second half with a bang after trading wins and losses in the first half of the season. The girls said earlier in the week that they were going to have to score to contend with Queens, but they weren't able to do that. The Rustlers were shut out 7-0 to slide 2-4 on the season, making the remaining games must-wins. Some of the top players in the Wheatland Bantam Football League were in action today as the Lloydminster Chargers hosted the Bonnyville Bandits. The Bandits jumped out to a 21-0 lead after the first half, but the Chargers' Tristan Maynor was finding room to run in the third. A couple monster jaunts by the back left the Chargers just inches from the end zone, but they wouldn't be able to convert. Same quarter, Chargers on the attack again, but the pass is picked off. Chargers defense would hold their ground. More Chargers, more Maynor. He somehow makes it through a pile of Bandits, but again is brought down just short of scoring. On the very next play, end zone in sight, but the quarterback toss is way off its target, and the Bandits recover. The Chargers eventually made it a 21-8 game, but the Bandits picked up 20 straight points to end it, winning 41-8, leaving the Chargers frustrated.
Zone that we didn't take advantage of. Just keep working. Young, inexperienced team, and those kind of things happen. And we had a few bad calls by the coaches, our coaches, and that hurt us too.
It was hard. They were a good team, and we need to practice tackling more because it took 3 of our guys to tackle one of their guy, which is kind of not what we need. And we need to practice throwing the ball more and just catching the ball.